test. Hey cycling community, this is Steve Grusis, the Cycling Greek. I train by power. To know what range of power I need to use for a particular workout, I need to know what my FTP is, my functional threshold power. That is usually measured by going as hard as you can for 1 hour to find out what your average wattage is. I'm an old guy. I don't want to go as hard as I can for 1 hour. And the racing that I do really doesn't dictate that I go as hard as I can for 1 hour. And for a lot of the workouts that I do, that 20-minute FTP test will serve me well. If I do need to know what my 1 hour FTP is, I simply take that 20-minute FTP that I have, multiply it by 95%, and that'll be close enough to my 1 hour FTP according to literature. And from what I experienced before, that seems to work out for me. During this last race season, 2019, my FTP was 281 watts. But now it's the off season. It's not 281 watts anymore. It's lower. And because I'm still healing from my collarbone and everything that I have to go through that, it's even lower than it would have been. After surgery, when I first got on the bike on the road, and I'd been on my trainer a little bit beforehand, I decided to do an FTP test. And it came out to 251 watts, 30 watts lower. A few weeks later, I did another test, and it came out to 263 watts. I did a training block, and then this past Saturday, did another FTP test that you're seeing now. That test hurt. And usually these tests hurt, because you're going as hard as you can for 20 minutes. A couple times I'm thinking, man, maybe I should just bag it and try it again next week. Yeah, it's a good thing I don't. I just dialed back a little bit, and I did that a number of times through my test, and I'm able to recover just enough and keep going. I was pleased with the numbers from this test. This test came out to 276 watts, 5 watts below my FTP during the season. Now 276 is a good FTP for me, and so for my next training block I'm going to use it. Now during that 4th week of that training block, when I dial back a bit, then I'm going to do another FTP test. If you see my previous video, and if you haven't, take a look at it. It's called Sweet Spot Training, a case study. I used my 1 hour FTP that I had then to do the workout, and you can see how it came out. I did it on an 8-mile climb, and I have it cut up into thirds. I have data showing what's going on in terms of power and heart rates and cadence going up each third. And then I look at the whole thing together. Anyway, check that video out, it's pretty cool. Well, I hope you got something out of this video. And the main thing to get out of it is you got to consistently test your FTP. If it's the off season, don't use the numbers that you had during the race season. Don't estimate your FTP and keep raising it each year. Hope you enjoyed this and got something out of it. Remember, comment, like, subscribe, and subscribe to Cycling Greek.